All right. Start with a quick opening statement, then jump right into questions for coaches.
Hey, was man, thought Sam Houston State played really hard. I thought they were physical, and Coach Mudge, who I got a chance to work with him, and I've been friends with him a long time. Man, I wanted to encourage him after the game because I love his team and what he's done with turnover. He lost some really good players, and he's built it back up. And they were competitive. I thought they were more physical than we were for a majority of the game, and I thought it showed. And you know, you can tell we haven't practiced as a whole very enough to be at our best yet. And I love our team. I love the direction. A big stat for us, and you got to do this when you play really physical teams, make more free throws than they attempt. And that was the first time we'd done that in a while with this group in the scrimmages and games we played. Made 28 and they only shot 20. So I thought our composure against the physicality was right, but we weren't good enough defensively tonight in a lot of stretches, and we've got a ways to go.
You talked about it earlier this week that Sam Houston is a conference championship level team. Is there anything specifically you saw from them tonight where you said, where they challenged where you see that you need to get better? Well,
the biggest thing was I thought their ability to run offense, and we couldn't dictate what they were doing with our defense. They were scoring in the paint. They were scoring in the post. They were driving it early a few times. We turned it over a few times early, and then they got some runouts, and we did a better job in the second half defensively with those things. But the biggest thing to me was the offensive rebounding. I mean, they ended up with, I think, 18 on the night, and that's way too many. I mean, they had 18 offensive and 19 defensive. So in a game like this, that was the area that gave me the most concern. And we showed a bunch of clips of it because they have good athletes that were running in there, and they were taking the right shots too, give them credit. And they made some tough ones in the first half too to keep them in the basketball game. But, man, that's what makes this game fun. You earn it between the lines. What your name says on the front of their jersey does not determine the outcome. It's how you play when you play. And I thought they played better than we did the first half.
Towards the end of that first half when you guys are trading blows, before you started to pull away, what was the message to kind of rally the troops to kind of just get the lead?
Well, we had a lot of lapses in just our consistent effort, and we had a few terrible turnovers, so that was it.
And going into Illinois, how important was this game for continuity reasons?
Well, I'm excited. We got a couple guys back. I would say they're pretty significant, JT and Lawan, and then hopefully we'll get Luke back soon also, and then we'll start making some strides in regards to our ability to improve physically. I mean, we just haven't been able to practice like we need to, so it showed today.
Coach, you talked a lot about last season, like how Christian Anderson and JC Taubman were going to play together, like having pick and roll, stuff like that. You saw a lot of kickouts tonight, especially to Donovan Atwell, who played really well at the end of the second half and really into that in the first half, into that second half. How does that open up your offense for more opportunities for your shooters?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I told Christian. I mean, I thought his floor game was tremendous. He just made the right plays. I mean, did we leave some points on the board? Yes. Early in the game, I thought we had some good looks that we missed. Donovan, had some great ones. And we didn't get as many transition baskets. We earned a lot of those in the half court and on the free throw line, but give them credit because they punished us so much on the offensive glass. You could tell those guys that didn't play aren't in good enough shape. JT will get there. He started cramping during the game. Lawan hasn't practiced very much. He practiced twice in the last month. I mean, we need to get in better shape with this group, and we weren't in good enough shape to keep the tempo where we wanted to push it when we did get rebounds, and we lacked some physicality in some areas. But no, we've got great pieces. Tyree Bryan played awesome tonight too, man. He was great. That second half, I thought he made a three in front at the top of the key. He's got the offensive rebound tip in. He got the backdoor cut that got fouled. Like, he started guarding the ball in the middle of the floor. You're starting to see him. And he twisted his ankle in that first scrimmage against Oklahoma, and now he's getting back going. And we didn't practice him for a while. So we've got the right pieces. We just got to keep getting better.
JT obviously makes his debut tonight, a big game for him. I mean, what did you see from him, and what kind of mismatch does he present?
Man, does JT make the right play or what? I mean, like, honestly, he's got a good heart for our team, and he wants to make the right play. Like, he shot a couple that were difficult, and he was like, I saw him open. You know, he really is aware of his teammates. He's awesome, man. And let's not take for granted. I mean, he had 31 and 14. I mean, let's not look at this and be like, well, JT had he's playing. No, he's gotten better, and he'll keep getting better. And I do think we got to improve defensively. That's where Luke will really help him, and we can play him and Luke together, and that'll be tough for people to deal with. But you know, everybody got a little taste of Lawan tonight too. But JT's, you know, I thought his effort over the course of the game was good.
He mentioned kind of that, you know, he felt like he was a little winded in the second half. I mean, you know, it's kind of scary to think about, right? Like, this is him not fully healthy and not at full strength, right?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, what JT did earlier before he had this little where he set out, he was just bringing the ball in transition. He did it a couple times tonight, but those passes he was making out of the post, he was making in transition. Like, that's where he's improved. His ball handling is tight. I mean, he doesn't turn the ball over. I think I'm trying to think what the turnovers he had for as much as he's handling it and passing it. In the first half, he made about 3 or 4 passes that could have been assists too, that were potential assists. So, man, I just am thrilled. And he drew 13 fouls. I mean, that's going to be the deal for people. If we can shoot it like we can, and you got to play around JT and Lawan, I thought gave a good lift at times. Like, we've got some people that can leverage the paint, and that's how you beat good teams.
In the second half, I mean, how much of that run that you guys went on is sort of what the vision is for this team?
Yeah, exactly. I think there was that 5-minute stretch where we really got stops, and then we played, and then we scored threes in transition, and then in the half court we got fouled, and then we made the right play. I mean, I think we had 6 turnovers until like the last few minutes of the game, and then we started racking them up. But man, our team is capable of really, you know, we're difficult to defend and decide who you want to try to take away.
Would you consider it a success if Donovan never attempts a 2-point shot this season? Just because based on the way the offense kind of can operate, he's got such easy looks and he's such a good shooter. Is he someone that can benefit the most from JT and Christian and Lawan, and he just kind of also doing his thing?
Well, I think if you go back and look at statistically, I mean, Tyree shot better from 3 last year than Donovan did. So, I mean, I think Tyree is one of those guys too. I mean, you could say the whole team in regard to that. But Donovan specifically, he doesn't lack confidence. He's got great, like, setup and shoots it quick enough to where literally you got to go really take it away on the catch. You can't be late. And so he is definitely a recipient of JT's ability to get double teamed.
Then you mentioned Lawan hasn't practiced a lot at all this preseason, but he played decent minutes. What was kind of the plan for him tonight, and did you kind of want to bring him along, just throw him in, because you got to see what this team can look like with him? Yeah,
well, you know, he did play in the first scrimmage that we had, so we've had him, but then he just went a long stretch right after that where he didn't get to practice or do anything, and it was right after that first scrimmage. So all these guys have done enough individual workouts, and then they've practiced that it was pretty close for the opener too, and just felt like, hey, let's give them one more day for strength and purposes. And then tonight, the way Lawan plays and how he's been trying to get on the court every day. So I mean, he loves this. I mean, he really does. And it wasn't a plan to like play in minutes or try to figure it out. It was just like, let's bring him off the bench and let's make sure that he can sustain the effort that we want. And when I felt like that diminished too significantly, I was pulling him out, and I felt like he did a solid job till the very end when he gave up that foul and gave up the offensive rebound on the free throw. That's when I knew he was too fatigued and he was done.
And then just kind of looking ahead to Tuesday, an early test on the road, but you haven't done this before conference play yet in a while. What does this represent for you guys to be able to go do, and just what do you see from Illinois if you've gotten a chance to look at them yet?
Yeah, I just know Illinois' team enough to know Coach Underwood, they're tough, man. They got skill, they got size, they got, mature scoring up top. I mean, they're a really good team, obviously, and that environment will be great. That'll be a great opportunity for us to see how tough we are together. And playing on the road, there's nothing like it to see what your team's made of. And so I'm excited about the opportunity.
You've talked about Lawan being really good in transition and how great of a passer he is. How big will that be in these future games, and especially non-conference, of that strength of his in transition, and where do you still want to see him improve offensively?
Yeah, I just think he's moving at about half of what he's capable of, honestly, and he keeps getting better. So we didn't really get much out of him in transition tonight, but I mean that's just more what he's trying to overcome to get back out there and play, and he is focusing on the defensive end because I think that's an area where he needs to focus. And if we can make those improvements there, and you can actually rebound instead of giving up 18 offensive rebounds, then you can push and you can see what you got in transition. We just didn't get very many clean opportunities off the glass, and give Sam Houston credit for that. Awesome. Let's go beat BYU.